frame looks pretty good. What's up guys, Professor R. It's a quick little video in regards to dirty bulking. So I'm seeing this strange resurgence of teenagers, young guys in their early 20s, even high schoolers. Of course that goes without saying, teenagers, high schoolers, same shit. But what they're doing is, it's a resurgence of dirty bulking and they're embracing it. It's a shame. So I was watching this one YouTuber, very promising guy, incredible physique, on the come up. Awesome physique for an individual who's roughly, I presume, 2 years of training underneath his belt, really young age. He's got pretty nice proportions, pretty nice size, pretty nice definition for his age, right? And so I recently watched a brief YouTube short video of his, and he put on a lot of chunk, and it's a bit depressing because he's doing this from a standpoint of number chasing, and that's what this video is about. Dirty bulking is just, it's just stat padding. That's all dirty bulking really is. You're just artificially padding your stats. You're artificially padding everything else. And whenever someone says that you lost your size, you lost definition, as a counterattack, as a counter response, they often say, but look at my numbers though. I can bench press this weight. I can squat this weight. I can deadlift this amount. But notice how whenever certain measurements are taken into account, whatever, right? Like, notice how it's never in regards to, okay, waist size. They never measure their waist. Now, I've yet to see someone measure their, biceps, neck, and waist. It's never their waist. It's always in regards to how much they can bench press, how much they can deadlift, how much they can squat, how much, essentially the big three lifts. And why do I have an issue with this? I have an issue with this because there's some sort of distortion. There's distortion with what their goal is and the path they're taking to reach that goal. Their goal is bodybuilding. They're very aesthetic driven. And even though they got to the point where they accepted that you have to sacrifice some aesthetics in order to gain some aesthetics, which is what I heard from a lot of YouTubers in the past, which I do respect their point of view in a sense where you have to sacrifice some aesthetics. That being said, these aesthetics are in reference to being lean, extremely lean. You have to sacrifice some level of leanness in order to get a certain level of composition that you desire. A guy who's like 5'10", 120 pounds, he's not gonna be. He's going to have to eat a lot more in order to pack on weight that's significant that makes him look well. In that case, he has a lot of leeway to fuck around and eat a bunch of food, right? However, this individual reached a respectable composition. He just completely blew it all away. Where was I going with this? Because I lost my train of thought. This is fucked up. I hate when this happens. Maybe I need to eat. So get your meals, guys. Okay, but yeah, this it's sad. So he was stating how he's doing all this shit, whatever, and this brings you back to powerlifting. There's a distortion. So his goal is bodybuilding. However, he's taking this powerlifting route in regards to, I can bench press this much, I can squat this much, I can deadlift this much. Therefore, what I'm doing is correct. And the sad part is, that reminded me of me. I immediately thought of my dumb former self when I was on my road to reaching 240 pounds. I was a 240-pound patat, waddling my fat ass up the steps. I had a loss of breath every single time. I was catching my breath, and I avoided cardio like the plague. I didn't want to do cardio. I treated cardio as if it was paying my taxes. That's how badly I despised cardio. Then it dawned on me when I took a progress photo that, Professor R, you've turned into a fat fuck. Was this your goal? Was this ever your goal to bench press 275 incline? What the fuck was I doing for shoulder presses? Shoulder pressing, however the fuck weight it was. Deadlifting, however the fuck weight it was. Squatting, however the fuck weight it was. Was this really your goal? No, it dawned on me, this shit isn't my goal. My goal is aesthetics. So why am I deviating from the body I desire? I love vascularity to a certain extent. Granted, you shouldn't be extremely lean. You should be chasing 4% body fat as a natural bodybuilder. However, it doesn't mean you should swing. The pendulum doesn't swing to a state of perpetual fatassery in which you're just chasing the chub. You are chasing to be a complete Jabba the Hutt motherfucker, and now you're just waddling around and shit. And when someone asks you, are you into fitness, and they point at you and laugh, and you say, you turn around and say, no, actually, I'm not fat and out of shape. I can deadlift this much. I can squat this much. I can bench this much. That doesn't matter. Like your heart is still taking a lot of brunt of it. Like your cardiovascular system is still fucked. You are still you're still placing your body in a very precarious situation. Also, you've strayed greatly from your goals. Now you're chasing something you're not really happy with, and then that's what I predict is going to happen to this guy. Like he's going to acknowledge that maybe I possibly went too far, and in a sense, I guess it's necessary. It's a necessary state he has to go to in order to, he's got to fuck around and find that essentially. Like I fucked around and found that many years ago, but yes, I'm seeing a resurgence of dirty bulking. They're glorifying it, and dirty bulking in all actuality, it's just stat padding. That's all dirty bulking ever was. It's stat padding for natural bodybuilders. I can bench this much. I can deadlift this much. Notice how it's never in regard to isolation movements. You never hear a guy who's fupa bulking, if you will. They're fupa bulking. You never hear a guy say, "Oh, I can curl 50 pounds. I can, French press 80 pounds over my head. I can, what other isolation movement am I forgetting about? I can face pull this amount now." It's never in regards to these small isolation movements that really you have to rely on your muscular endurance to a moderate extent, although not to the extent of which you would have to rely on performing 1,000 push-ups or 1,000 crunches in your local PE class. But it's in regards to how much you can psychologically take and how much the muscle can actually output and tear itself from my hypertrophy standpoint. Notice how it's never in regards to these small movements. It's always the big compound lifts that require this explosivity of the body. And so they're using mass to get the shit up. Like it's not pound for pound strength. They're increasing their mass in order to get the overall weight up, and it's sad. It's sad that history repeats itself in multiple sense, and they won't listen to individuals who have gone through it. But that's also not to say that I'm all knowing. Sometimes you have to get burnt in order to feel it. Sometimes you have to experiment within yourself in order to figure out what's right. And I don't regret what I've done in the past. Although I did lose a lot of time, and this individual in question is going to lose a lot of time, and he's going to eventually realize, I got out of the hand, it's fucked up. And I'm not going to name drop because that's not what your boy does on his channel. I don't name drop. I'm not in it for the clicks and the views and the likes in regards to name dropping, and I'm not trying to go all out to blood sport bullshit. This isn't the 2015 political spectrum with fitness. No, we don't do that around here. I'm just trying to reflect my thoughts upon what I saw. And what I'm seeing on YouTube, the spectrum of it, is the glorification of dirty bulking. There's a resurgence. So we've gone from following steroid users to admitting that, okay, everything's fake. No one can build muscle ever again. We swung to that pendulum. Previously, we wanted to be extremely lean. Very recently, we wanted to be extremely lean, whatever, and now we're swinging back to just perpetual fat asses. It's very strange. We're never in the middle. It's always like humans are so absolutist based. We're never in the middle, and it's sad. It's either black or white. but that's it, guys. Just a small video on what's on my head at the moment, and I gotta go eat. I'm fucking hungry. All right, guys. Peace.
Fatality.